Alright. So, okay, AMD captured 80% of the market, huh? Alright. Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Another beautiful day. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. Good. So, AMD captures nearly 80% of CPU market according to March Amazon US stats. Generate 5 times more revenue than Intel. Says here AMD keeps dominating the CPU market with its Ryzen lineup. And while the Ryzen 7 9800 X3D is still at the top spot, AM4 CPUs are still selling like hotcakes. Says here after Ryzen 7 9800 X3D with 6,000 plus unit shipment, Ryzen 5 5500 is at number 2, outselling the entire Core Ultra 200S stacks. AMD keeps dominating Intel in the CPU sales, and this has been the case for a while, particularly after the launch of X3D. The Ryzen 7 9800 X3D alone is outselling several top-selling Intel processors. The processor has come up at the top position once again, selling over 6,000 units in the entire month of March. The report suggests that the final number will be a few hundred units higher than this, should make the number closer to 7,000 units. So surprisingly, the entire level 6 core Ryzen 5 5500 is still at the top of choice for PC gamers and users in general. On the one hand, the Ryzen 7 9800 X3D sell for a whopping $479. On the other hand, the Ryzen 5 5500 sell for a sub $90 price tag. The processor sold over 3,000 units last month, followed by Ryzen 7 7800 X3D, which is on par in popularity with the Ryzen 5 5500. Says here, once again, we see the top mostly comprise AMD CPUs, and the only Intel processor to make it to the top 10 best-selling CPU list are the Intel Core i5 12400F and Intel Core i7 12700K. The 12 core/24 threads i7 12700K from the Adler Lake family sold over 1,000 units in March for an average price of $234. Says there are hardly 12 core processors for this price tag, making it an excellent choice for budget and mid-range PC building that caters to the demands of content creators and gamers. So it says here, as for the Core i5 12400F, is a solid competitor to the Ryzen 5 5600X, offering 6 cores and 12 threads for $33 cheaper than, and trade blows with the latter. To this date, the Adler Lake and the Zen 3 are hugely popular amongst budget PC builders due to their excellent price to performance ratio. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for the Core Ultra 200S series, as well as for the Ryzen 9 non-X3D processor. We do see Ryzen 9 CPU selling well, but they are still outperformed in sales by many Ryzen 5 and Ryzen 7000 processors in many regions. This time, the Ryzen 5 7600X is the most popular Zen 4 non-X3D processor, and the only best-selling Ryzen 9000 chips in the top 10 is the Ryzen 9 9900X and Ryzen 9 9950X. Comes after Core i9 14900K with 1,000 plus units shipment. And then it says the Core Ultra 200S has flopped, and the only best-selling CPU in the lineup is the Core Ultra 7 265K with just over 500 units. The final results show AMD sold around 31,600 units. That's 78.74%, while Intel sold only 7,500. That's 21.26%. This helped AMD generate about $7.8 million in revenue and about 1.5 million for Intel. Yeah, the CPU wars. But even though AMD sold a lot, it doesn't mean that Intel is chopped liver. It doesn't mean, I mean, what that means is that you can get some of their CPUs, you know, that are still considered high end for a cheaper price. So this article might give you a synopsis of like what's going on between AMD and Intel, but you can get some good deals on some good Intel CPU. You know, if you're into building PCs and if you're a gamer and content creators, yeah. If you're that type of person, you know, so you can get some good deals on Intel CPUs. AMD on the other hand, now, you know, they got their hands in a whole bunch of they got their hands in laptop desktops and in these portable PCs, so that also helped, you know. But the release of their newer high-end CPU, like the 9800 X3D, yeah man, AMD just staying on top of their game, man, you know. But this article, you know, it doesn't mean that Intel is done with this article. It doesn't mean that Intel is like out of the CPU wars or anything. What it's saying is that you can get some good deals on some of their good. What it's not telling you is that you can get some good deals on some of their CPUs that they have. You know, so yeah, and take it from there. So if you got the funds for it, you can pick up a good. You can pick up a. You can get a good deal on one of their CPUs and a motherboard combo. You know, so keep that in mind too. Yeah, so that's it in a nutshell. How many comments we got here? 691. Yeah, the debaters are sounding off. Yeah. Anyway, but I'm gonna leave this article and this link in the description box, you know, for you guys to see. But yeah, you can get some good deals on some Intel CPUs, man. They're still good, you know. Still good. You know, I think it all comes down to with Intel. This just comes down to your budget and what you can afford, and the same goes for AMD. So yeah, so they got some good ones here, man. What's this? I think they got one here for like $90. The Intel Core i3. What's that? 14,100. They want 90. What's this? $90.07. And then what's this one here? They got an Intel Core i3 121. They want $84 for it. They got an AMD Ryzen 5 4500 for like $79. What's another one in the $100 price range here? You got an AMD Ryzen 3 3200G for $109. You have what's that? Intel Core i5 10400 for $129. Got some good deals here, man. Let's see here. You got what's this? AMD Ryzen 5 8600G for $180. And then you have an Intel Core i5 13600 for $199. And then you have another AMD Ryzen 5 5600 GT for $129. And then you have AMD Ryzen 5 8500G for $143. And you have, let's see, Intel Core i5 12600 for $157. And AMD Ryzen 7 5700G for $171.99. So yeah, you got some good deals on some CPUs here. Now add a motherboard to that, and then you're good to go, man. Yeah. And then you got to get your RAM and your power supply and your case and your drive, your Blu-ray DVD drive, DVD rewrite drive. You're good to go. Oh yeah, got some good deals here, man. So yeah, now's the time to get your hands on some a good PC, you know, a good budget one that you can afford, that's within your budget, and then take it from there. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy though. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars, Star Trek playing. Borg, Dark Side. Go. Peace.